Okay, let's look at the homework 2.3, problem number 6. So we want to find the equations of the tangent line to this curve, y equals x minus 1 over x plus 1, that are parallel to the line given here, x minus 2y equals 5. All right, so let's do that. Alright, so first thing we will do is, let's see, we need to know the derivative because we're talking about the tangent line. So let's go ahead and take the derivative. So y prime is equal to, right, so this is quotient rule, right, square the bottom, so quantity x plus 1 squared, right, derivative of the top is 1, so 1 times the bottom is x plus 1 minus top, which is x minus 1, times derivative of the bottom is 1 again. So if you simplify that, you're going to get this. This is going to be, there's x here, minus x, they cancel out. So you have a 1 minus negative 1, so 1 plus 1, so it's 2. 2 on top. And then you have quantity x plus 1 square on the bottom, right? So this is the derivative, right? Now, it says that the tangent lines are parallel to this guy. So let's find the slope of this guy, right? So if you rewrite this equation here, so it's going to be a line. I'm going to try to isolate y. So first subtract x. So you have a negative 2y is equal to minus x plus 5. Right, and I'm going to get rid of negative 2 by simply divide through by negative 2. So you will get the y is equal to, divide by negative 2 is 1/2 x, right? 5 divided by negative 2 is negative 5/2. Right? So we can see that the slope shows up right here. Right? Slope is 1/2. Alright, so the tangent line tells you about the slope of the tangent line. The derivative tells you about the slope of the tangent line. So we want this guy to be equal to 1/2 because they're parallel, which means that they have the same slopes. Right? So we set these guys equal to each other, 1 over 2. Right? Then first thing we should do is probably take the reciprocal of both sides. Right? That way we have x plus 1 squared over 2 is equal to 2. Then we can, let's see, go down here. Let's multiply by 2. Right? So you have x plus 1 squared is equal to 4. 2 times 2. Right? Then by taking the square root of both sides, we can see that the x plus 1 is equal to square root of 4 is 2, but don't forget to do plus or minus 2, right? And then the last step would be we can just add 1, subtract 1, right? We're gonna subtract 1 from both sides. So x is equal to, so negative 2 minus 2 would be negative 3, right? Then 2 minus 1 would be 1. So at the x equals negative 3 and x equals 1, you would have tangent lines, right? So let's do that. Right, so let's say you have two different points. So let's say if x equals negative 3, right? Then we can find the corresponding y value, right? Y value, you just have to plug into the original function. So y is equal to negative 3 minus 1 would be negative 4 over negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2, which means that the y is 2, right? So you have a point. So this will give you a point, say x1 comma y1. I'm going to call it, and this is going to be -3, 2, right? And so the second point, when x equals +1, and this is going to be equal to y equals, right? 1 minus 1 is 0 over 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's, of course, 0, which means that, so I'm going to call it x2 and a y2. And x value is 1, but y value is 0. All right, so let's use those to find the equations of tangent lines, right? So tangent line 1, right? So equation is going to be y minus, right? I'm using that the y1, which is 2, is equal to, right? Slope is right here. Slope is 1/2, so it's a 1/2 x minus -3, so x plus 3, right? And a tangent line number 2, right? So it's going to be y minus y1, y2, I mean, so it's 0, is equal to 1/2 x minus 1, right? So those are the tangent lines. So let's type it in. Right, so parallel line, smaller y-intercept. Okay, so we have to actually rewrite this guy into a slope-intercept form. So this is going to be, so I'm going to distribute 1/2 to each term, so that we have a 1/2 x plus 3/2, right? Then we need to add 2 to both sides. So you're going to get, let's see, y is isolated, so 1/2 x unchanged, but you have to add 2. 2 is a 4/2, so it's a plus 7/2, right? And this one, 0, it doesn't do anything, so you have a y is equal to, distribute to 1/2 to x and 1, -1 I should say, so you have a 1/2 x minus 1/2. Right? So smaller y-intercept is this guy, so let's type that in. Right? So it's a 1/2 x minus 1/2, right? And the other one is the same slope, 1/2 x. Then you have plus 7/2, right? So let's go down and submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got both of these tangent lines correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.